Okay, last introductory video for a section of COMM 203, public speaking, since we've gone online. I don't have a ton to put into this. Most of the things that I want to talk about, sort of with concluding what this class has been and what it looks like, I'm going to put into the video lesson for this week, which is Ethics in Public Speaking Part 2, which I hope you watch, even though there's no assignment associated with it. Basically, in that video, I'm talking about wrapping up this course, sort of what all of this has meant, what we've tried to do in this class, and what I think we've especially kind of had to deal with in the second half of the class, which is, you know, this persistent question of how does public speaking and communication function in sort of the real world. Well, we've kind of been faced with a really interesting crisis that allows us to kind of think about and examine how these things maybe function together, how activities and things that we ought to do or think about in real world, in real life circumstances impact us, and then how we can use the skills and ideas that we've talked about in this class to kind of impact them or to have some sort of say in how they function. So I hope that you give that video a watch. You know, so we're on to speech 4. If you're doing all this stuff based on normal timeline, then you know, your speech 4, if you're in part 1, or you know, in this first week, then your stuff is due by Friday, April 24th at midnight or 11:59. And then there are some of you who were scheduled to go the following week, and so you need to turn them in by the 28th online. At this point, I hope speech 3 has gone relatively smoothly, and so you know, the process of uploading to Google Drive, emailing me, and then uploading the rest of the components to eCampus, I think ought to be a relatively smooth thing. But if it's not, again, please contact me and let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as we can. We can figure out any difficulties that you might have. All in all, you know, I said at the very beginning of these videos that I was kind of sad that we didn't get to finish the rest of the semester in person, because I was really enjoying it and really enjoying everyone in the class, the mix of personalities and discussion that we had, and that's very true. And so as we come to the end of it all, whether that end is actually, you know, closer to April 28th if you're doing this on the timeline, or if you're just doing this all in the first week that we're back to get it out of the way, you know, that's up to you, obviously. But coming to the end of it, you know, I'm very thankful for all of the students that I've had in this class, for each of you and the work that you've done. I've really enjoyed the speeches that I get to hear in person, especially, and then I'm sure that I'm actually very looking forward to the speeches that I'm getting to hear online, and really looking forward to all that. So thank you all for sort of bearing with the complexities and difficulties of this semester. It was honestly kind of a strange semester for me anyway, being sick and then missing a few days here and there. That usually has not happened, and so it's kind of been tricky and a little bit difficult, but I appreciate all of you for sort of bearing with me in this process. And you know, please fill out the PICA course evaluations. Like, I genuinely really appreciate those. I know I talked about this earlier in the semester, but you know, I came from a really small school, and that means that I'm used to professors giving a lot of individual attention to students, and so it's very strange to me to be at a university where that doesn't necessarily happen all the time. And so one of my goals in my approach to teaching is to kind of replicate that small school experience where, you know, I really try to care a lot about what the students do and who they are, because that was the kind of attention that I got, and it led me directly to where I am now. So I hope that I've been able to at least replicate that a little bit in the experience that you've had in this class, and I would really appreciate if you would give me some feedback in the evaluations about things that went well or things that didn't. You know, be honest. I really do try to pay attention to that feedback and incorporate it into the work that I do going forward. Obviously, we've had some unusual circumstances this semester that I haven't really been able to you know, control, but I hope that it's really been a good experience for you for this class. And you know, please in the future don't hesitate to get in touch, honestly. If there's ever anything I can do for you, you know, letters of recommendation, those sorts of things, I'm always happy to help, because I really do understand and appreciate the complexities of the work that you're all doing in all of your courses, and I appreciate the effort that you've put into mine. So again, thank you very much for a really good semester and some really good work. If you have questions, concerns, problems with anything left throughout the remainder of this semester, please just let me know, and we can arrange those and figure that out as soon as we can. So thank you.